there guys, it's me Molorian, and it's time for another War Machine battle report, and this time I'm actually playing Cygnar again. It's been a long time, I've been a merc guy for a long while, but between, Hungerford threatening to be looking at Sloan, and me actually getting a great deal on a Conquest, I thought, you know what, let's jump back in. So that's what my pairing was Sloan, and then I'm actually running, what I really wanted to do here was my Stryker1 triple colossal. So I got Stryker, who is running 2 Blockaders, I got Jake's running a Conquest, and then I also got Ragman, Hermit, and then a small unit here of mechaniks. And then meanwhile, on the other side, I'm up against Kieren. Now, Kieren is the guy, if you remember from Shoulda Boosted, he recently went 4-0 with Troll, so, he's doing pretty good. But he did actually just come back from a break from the game, so he and I have not played in a long time. So when we saw that we're both available on gaming night, we're like, yeah, let's give this a try. So the main one that he has here that mattered was Gunnbjorn. So once he had Gunnbjorn with a feat saying basically you can't shoot, that means I can't do Sloan anyway. So it's going to be Gunnbjorn versus Stryker1. So in this match here, I am feeling very favored in it. Basically, I out-threat him, so I can run up there, he can shoot me a bit. If he's not careful, I can charge him and then feat, and then basically my armor is so high he can't really deal with it, and then I just keep on punching. It also really helps here that this is a scenario that favors me as well, and that I have this forest that I can hide behind, because really the biggest thing that Kieren does with this list is looks for assassination. So I'm going to have to be super careful with this, so using that forest and the trenches to my favor, I really have to go for that. So I'd originally, he won first turn, and I took this side because I didn't want to deal with the building, but really the trenches are a lot bigger deal for me. So there you have it. I'm going to be going for basically a scenario and attrition lead, and we're just going to see where the game goes from there. Alright, so he gets first turn. He is able to put up snipe up onto the Glacier King, so he's going to be shooting these ice bolts from downtown. Otherwise, he's putting a rock wall there on the right. I'm not super worried about that. I mean, if I really need to deal with him, either I could charge in and punch him out of the zone or crit devastate him. So having a rock wall there is annoying, but not really the end of the day. I mean, the biggest thing that you have to worry about with the rock wall when it comes to colossals is where they use it, where they're putting the rock wall where you want to end your movement. So if he has it way back there, sure, I'm super okay with that. On my turn 1 then, I'm basically rushing up there. I'm putting Arcane Shield up onto the left Blockader. I'm putting Blur onto myself because I don't want to die. And then otherwise, just being super careful. So basically, Jake's is her full 8 inches back. Everything else is hiding in trenches and behind huge bases. And yeah, I'm really interested to see what he does, because if he comes in too much, I can really start punching him. And yeah, I just love playing 3 Colossals. It's just, I wish that I had painted my Conquest, but just seeing these big 3 stompy boys going down the field, I love it. So on his turn, he actually pulls more back than anything. He pops his feet, so I can't shoot a lot of his thing. And he puts a few things in the zones to make it harder for me to score. But really, he moves where his rock wall is, and then he shoots a lot of things into my middle Blockader. So that one, I thought, like, okay, he's probably going to shoot the one that's directly across from the Glacier King. No, he's not dumb. So he shoots into that one and does tons of damage. Like, his dice were pretty hot. So that thing's half dead now. And so, whereas I actually thought that I could actually, like, hold back and hold my feet one more turn, I can't do that. I mean, luckily, I have a repair objective and I have all those mechaniks, but it won't be enough. I really, really can't hold back any longer. So, on this turn, I'm going to have to basically just go for it. Repair best I can, get in his face, and then, at least because I'm going second, I can get a scenario advantage, and then depending what he does, hopefully lead that up with, like I said, the attrition advantage. So that's what I do. I'm basically just getting right into his face, not holding back, popping my feet, repairing like I said, and so getting Hermit on the flag, so I'll be going 1-up in scenario, not killing anything, because I can't shoot anything really, and it's more important that I run up there and try and block things, so I'm actually kind of like hiding my injured Blockader. He's trying to hide around the one in the front there, so we'll see if that's enough, but yeah, I'm just basically in his face, and we'll see what he does about it. So on his turn, what he does is decide to not take the bait and go for the Armor 27 Blockader, and instead goes for the Armor 24 Blockader. So the Glacier King comes over, takes a shot, Dozer Smigg takes a shot, he puts Primal on the rock, he goes in, the Bomber goes in, and after everything, it's still not enough. You know, I used the Hermit to ignore one of the attacks. I've left on, like, I think it was 15 boxes, but yeah, unfortunately for him, it was not enough to try and take me down, and he does not contest my flag, so I'm going up 2-0 on scenario, and now I'm in a great spot, because I can basically ignore Rock, because I know he's going to Frenzy next turn. I want to take out that Glacier King, and unfortunately you can't see it, but there's a Whelp in front of me, so I probably can't get to the Bomber, but yeah, if I take out some pretty key pieces here, I can make it so I have that attrition and scenario advantage. So that's what I do. I need to take a free strike from Rock, but it's pretty much worth it. I go over there, and I'm able to also use Ragman to make it even worse. Punch down the Glacier King, so that's fantastic. Also killed some other little support pieces over here. Otherwise, the Hermit runs over to take that frenzy hit from Rock, and then really I kind of pull back on the right side. I was really kind of hoping I get lucky and be able to clear that zone by crit devastating out the Bomber. Didn't work, but now I have Jake's on the flag. She's pretty safe, and so yeah, it's now 3-0. He's down a Colossal, he's down some support. The Heavy is not going to be able to do anything really, but doing one hit to the Hermit, so I'm in a great spot. So probably the biggest risk is that I have Stryker1 back there in the trench. He's defense 23, but he is camping nothing. So that's my biggest risk right now, which is, to be fair, not that big of a risk. So what he does is he goes after the middle Blockader, and obviously, as you can see here, takes it out, but also wants to try and get going after Stryker. So what he does then is he's able to get a shot off with Dozer and Smigg. He's able to get a kill shot on me as well, but he just can't hit me. So, I mean, these things scatter around. He kills some mechanics, no big deal. You can't really see it, but he runs around, and he has a Whelp or whatever that's contesting my flag. So he also destroys my objective because he needed to try and see Stryker with the Bomber. But yeah, it just isn't enough. So it's now 3-1 for scenario here, so I need to just get 3 points to win. So I kind of have my option. I could either go and just go for attrition and just keep on killing heavies, but at the end of the day, the safe play is to go for scenario. So that's what I do. On the right side, it's fairly easy. Jakes is able to kill off that one Whelp that's contesting, and then, you know, sprint back to the flag. The Conquest has to kill some river, you know, whatever, the swamp gobbers that are contesting my zone. So I'm going to get 2 over there. And then what I do for the last one is that I could try spraying the objective, but the safer and the funner one is where I just start punching Dozer and Smigg to move him away from the flag so he's not contesting. And then with my Ragman, because he has, you know, good old Pathfinder, he just runs through and gets to the flag. So I score his flag, I score the right zone, I score my flag, make it 6-1 for scenario, and that means a scenario win for me. So there's the game. You know, it was an interesting one. We were wondering how this game would go and if he'd have a good shot at assassination. Of course, if I didn't have that forest causing him issues, if I didn't have that perfect trench, he'd have a lot better shot at assassination. But yeah, I mean, I'm loving this list. It's interesting. I'm not really loving the Conquest. I do feel I'm going to pull that out either for a Hurricane or a Storm Wall, but we know we'll play around with it. So, you know, I'm not saying I'm done with Mercenaries and I'm back onto Cygnar, but, you know, there's a few things I want to try out here and I want to have fun. So there you go. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments, as always, post it down below, and otherwise, we'll catch you later.